This is the main network. These are the firewalls, the core switches, the access switches, and here you will deploy VLANs. 4 VLANs and one native VLAN. Up here, the internet side. This is the internet service provider. Another provider called FAI, and a branch. The branch using a router and a client. Okay, on the main network, this is the local area network configured with VLANs. You have a server on VLAN 30, VLAN 30 for IT, information technology, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 for clients, VLAN 10 engineering, VLAN 20 finance, VLAN 30 PCs on VLAN 30 for IT, information technology, and VLAN 40 the cameras for security, VLAN 40 security. Okay, and VLAN 99 the native for the native VLAN for trunks. The connection between switches are trunks. Okay, and first configure access switch 1. This access switch gigabit 01 and gigabit 02 trunks. Fast Ethernet 13 for VLAN 30, 10 for VLAN 10, 12 for VLAN 20, and 14 for VLAN 40. Okay, this is the configuration for the switch access switch 1, the hostname, configure the 4 VLANs and the native VLAN, these VLANs, Fast Ethernet 10 for VLAN 10, mode access, 12 for VLAN 20, mode access, 13 for VLAN 30, mode access, 14 for VLAN 40, mode access, and gigabit 01 and 2 trunk native VLAN 99 and trunk. Okay, Fast Ethernet 13 for VLAN 30, 10 for VLAN 10, 12 for VLAN 20, 14 for VLAN 40, and gigabit 01 and 02 trunks. So you can copy this. Access switch 1, enter, enable configure terminal, global configuration mode, and paste, enter. Okay, very nice, no issues, no errors. Okay, very simple configuration. Access switch 2, gigabit 01 and 02 trunks, Fast Ethernet 10 for VLAN 10, Fast Ethernet 13 for VLAN 30, Fast Ethernet 14 for VLAN 40. Access switch 2, hostname, the 4 VLANs and native VLAN, 10 to 10, 12 to 20, 13 to 30, 14 to 40, gigabit 01 and 2, native VLAN 99 trunks. Copy. Access switch 2, enter, enable configure terminal, paste, enter. Okay, very nice. access switch 3. The same way, the host name, the VLANs, trunks for gigabit 01 and 02, fast Ethernet 12 to 20, fast Ethernet 13 to 30, fast Ethernet 14 to 40. Okay, copy this to access switch 3. Enable configure terminal, global configuration mode, paste, enter, and very good. Now configure core switch 3. All interfaces are trunks because they are connected to switches. Number 1, number 2, number 3, 7, 6, and 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 7, 5, and 6. Okay, core switch 3, the hostname, the 4 VLANs and native VLAN. Okay, configure 1, 2, and 3, and 7 for trunks and native VLAN 99. 1, 2, 3, and 7. 1, 2, 3, and 7. Configure native VLAN 99 and mode trunk. Okay, and 5 and 6. 5 and 6. Configure 5 and 6 for native VLAN 99 and trunk. But add to port channel. The port channel number is number 2. Okay, port channel number 2. Okay, and active for LACP. And when you add 5 and 6 to the port channel number 2, port channel 2 is created. Also configure this port channel for native VLAN 99 and trunk. Okay. To copy core switch 3. Okay. Physical, add the power supply to the switch. Okay, enter. Would you like to enter initial configuration dialog? No. Enter. Enable configure terminal. Global configuration mode. And copy this and paste. Enter. And review. No issues. No errors. Okay, very good. Now core switch 4. Fast Ethernet interface 1, 2, 3, 7, and 5 and 6. Okay, core switch 4, hostname, the VLANs, 4 VLANs and 1 native VLAN, 1, 2, 3, and 7, native VLAN 99, trunk. 1, 2, 3, and 7, native VLAN 99, and trunks. 5 and 6, native VLAN 99, trunk. 5 and 6, 99, and trunk, and port channel number 2. Okay, port channel number 2, and port channel 2 is created. Also set native VLAN 99 and mode trunk. So copy this, access to core switch 4, add the power supply, command line interface, enter no enable configure terminal, then paste, enter. Okay, review, very good. Now configure core switch 1, ports 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And up here 8 and 9. Okay, the connection to the firewalls 8 and 9. So review the configuration for core switch 1. Hostname 4 VLANs, 1 native VLAN. Enable IP routing for this switch because will be a layer 3 switch. Okay, layer 3 switch, and activate routing for layer 3 functionality. Okay, number 7, native VLAN 99, trunk, this interface 7. 8 and 9, mode access, no negotiate. Okay, not trunks access. And by default uses VLAN 1. Okay, by default the mode access using VLAN number 1. 8 and 9. The connection for the firewalls 8 and 9 access ports using by default VLAN 1. Okay, and ports from 1 to 4, the connection to the core switch number 2, 1 to 4, native VLAN 99, trunk, will be channel group number 1. Okay, channel group number 1. Okay, and 5 and 6, native VLAN 99, mode trunk, channel group number 2. 5 and 6, port channel number 2. Okay, and for port channel 1, okay, for this group, port channel 1 native VLAN 99 mode trunk, and port channel 2 for this another group, native VLAN 99 mode trunk. And for VLAN 1, use this IP address 172.16.03, and this subnet mask for this network. So that's why it's using VLAN 1 on this network. And no shutdown. Okay. And remember, ports 8 and 9 are using by default VLAN number 1, and is this VLAN. Okay. Now, interface VLAN 10, the IP address for this VLAN 10. Okay, so this interface VLAN 10 using this IP address and subnet mask is the default gateway for this VLAN 10 engineering with this network address. Okay, so core switch 1 is the default gateway for VLAN 10. Okay, for these clients, these end devices, for PC1 and for PC3. Also interface VLAN 20 with this IP address 192.168.21. This subnet mask is the default gateway on core switch 1 for end devices on VLAN 20. For PC2, PC5 on VLAN 20. And so on, VLAN 30 with this IP address and subnet mask. Okay, this is VLAN 30. VLAN 40, the security VLAN. Okay, but now use HSRP on the default gateways. Use HSRP. So that's why on interface VLAN 10 use a standby with standby group 10. The virtual IP address will be 3. Okay, the real IP address is 1 on this switch, but the virtual IP is 3. So this will be the default gateway, the virtual default gateway for HSRP. So you need to configure this default gateway on end devices. Okay, the priority 200, the default is 100. Use priority 200 on group number 10. So core switch 1 will be preferred for VLAN 10 on HSRP and preempt. The same way for VLAN 20, the group 20, the virtual IP address is 3. The priority 200 on group 20, preempt on group 20. Very nice. On VLAN 30, the group 30, the virtual IP, group 30, priority. Okay, so VLAN 30 will be preferred on core switch 1. This layer 3 switch will be preferred. and the same way for 40. Okay, but this is the static routing, rich internet. This is the default static route. You can reach internet using this NetHub IP address 172.16.0.1. Okay, and remember, for VLAN 1, 172.16.0.3 is the IP address here, 3. On this side, for these two ports, 8 and 9, but the static routing will use 0.1 to reach internet, and 0.1 will be configured here on the first firewall on ASA 1. So core switch 1 will use the NetHub IP address 1 to reach internet. Okay. Core switch 1 will use 172.16.0.1 to reach internet. Core switch 1 will use this IP address 1 to reach internet. But also we use 172.16.0.2 to reach internet. And number 2 will be placed on the another ASA, on the another firewall. This will be IP number 2. So core switch 1 will use this IP number 2 to reach internet. So core switch number 1 will use 172.16.0.2 to reach internet. But use a higher administrative distance for this route. Use number 2. So the first route will be preferred, and the first route is not available. You will use the second route, the second static route. Okay, so core switch 1 will use ASA 1 to reach internet as preferred. But if ASA 1 is not available, core switch 1 will use ASA 2. Okay, and finally logging. All log messages will be sent to the server, to this server. Okay, so this IP address will be the IP address of the server. Okay, finally, copy all this to core switch 1. Okay, place the power supply, command line interface. Okay, enter no, enable configure terminal, paste, enter, review, hostname belongs, no error, no issues, IP routing, 7 trunk, 8 and 9, they are 8 and 9 access the connection to the firewalls, 1 to 4, 1 to 4 trunks, channel group 1, this channel group, 5 and 6 trunks channel group 2, 5 and 6 port channel 2, 4 channel 1 trunk, port channel 2 trunk, interface VLAN 1 IP address number 3, interface VLAN 1 IP address number 3, the default gateways with HSRP, the static routes, and the configuration of the syslog server. Okay, very good. Now core switch 2, the host name, the 4 VLANs, 1 native VLAN. Enable IP routing to enable layer 3 capabilities. 7 native VLAN 99 mode trunk. 7 8 and 9 access ports. 8 and 9 access ports, the connection to the firewalls. 8 and 9 access ports, the connection to the firewalls. And they are using by default VLAN number 1. From 1 to 4, native VLAN 99 trunk, channel group 1 mode active. Okay, from 1 to 4, channel group 1, 5 and 6 trunks, channel group 2, 5 and 6 trunks, channel group 2. So port channel 1 trunk, native VLAN 99, port channel 2 trunk, native VLAN 99. Interface VLAN 1, the ports 8 and 9 are using VLAN 1 using this IP address number 4 with this subnet mask, okay, on this network. So here is number 4. Okay. No shutdown, and the default gateway for interface VLAN 10 with this IP address 10.2, the virtual IP address on group 10 for HSRP, the virtual IP is 3. Use the same virtual IP like configured on core switch 1 that also was 3. On core switch 1 the virtual IP is 3, and on core switch 2 configure the same virtual IP 3. Okay, you are not configuring priority on core switch 2. You will use the default priority of 100, and also you will not use preempt. So that's why core switch 1 will be preferred over core switch 2. Okay, on VLAN 20, IP address, virtual IP, group 20, VLAN 30, IP address, group 30, virtual IP, VLAN 40, IP address, group 40, virtual IP. Okay. Okay, so core switch 2 is another default gateway for these clients, for these end devices. Okay, so that's why you will use HSRP here. If core switch 1 is not available, core switch number 2 will be the default gateway for this client. And if core switch number 2 is not available, core switch 1 will be the default gateway for these clients. Okay. The routing, core switch 2 will use the IP address number 1 on this network to reach internet. Core switch 2 will use the IP address number 1 on this network to reach internet. And core switch 2 will use the IP address number 2 to reach internet. Okay. And core switch 2 will use IP address number 2 to reach internet. And we'll use an administrative distance of 2, so the first route will be preferred over the second route, and ASA 1 will be preferred over ASA 2. And configure the syslog server to send messages to this server. Okay, copy all this. Copy core switch 2, command line interface, and add the power supply, command line interface. Enter no, enable configure terminal, paste, enter. Okay, review, no issues, no errors. Okay, very nice. Now configure ASAs, configure the firewalls. Okay, first ASA 1, this firewall, ASA 1, hostname, interface VLAN 1 will be use the name inside. Okay, use inside here, inside. Okay, for these two, for Ethernet 0 and for Ethernet 01. Okay, for Ethernet 00 and Ethernet 01. Inside, we'll use VLAN 1. Okay, inside. And use this security level 100. 100 because this is a local area network, so it should be a higher security. Okay, and use security level 100. The IP address is number 1 with this subnet mask on this network. Number 1 on this network. Okay, and use no shutdown. And for VLAN 2, name outside 1. Okay, for VLAN 2, outside 1. And will be here, outside 1. For this interface, Ethernet 02. Okay, and will be VLAN 2. Okay, VLAN 2. Okay, for Ethernet 02. And security level is 0 because this is a connection to internet, so it's a lower security, the connection to internet, security level 0. And this is a public network, security level 0, and use this IP address 10.10.2 with this subnet mask for this network. So the IP address is number 2 here. Number 2. And interface VLAN 3 name outside 2 VLAN 3 outside 2. Okay, for Ethernet 03. Okay, security level 0 because it's a public network, the connection to internet. And on this network 20.20.20 use number 2. On this network 20.20.20 use number 2. Okay, and use no forward interface VLAN 2 to use 3 VLANs. Okay, to use VLAN 1, 2, and 3, use this command no forward interface VLAN 2. Okay, so VLAN 1 is the connection. VLAN 1 is the connection to the core switches. Is IP1, this IP number 1 inside interface IP1. VLAN 2 outside 1, the connection to ISP. VLAN 2 outside 1, IP number 2, the connection to ISP. VLAN 3 outside 2, the connection to FAI. VLAN 3 outside 2, number 2, the connection to FAI. Okay, and finally assign the ports Ethernet 00 and Ethernet 01 to VLAN 1, Ethernet 00 and Ethernet 01 to VLAN 1, Ethernet 02 VLAN 2, Ethernet 02 VLAN 2, Ethernet 03 VLAN 3, Ethernet 03 VLAN 3. Okay, static routes. The first static route to reach this network, 192.168.0.0 network. Okay, to reach these networks. Okay, to reach these clients. And using IP address 3. Okay, so ASA 1 is using the IP address number 3 to reach these networks. ASA 1 is using IP address number 3 to reach these networks. okay, and use the default administrative distance of 1. And also use IP address number 4 to reach the networks. Okay, so ASA1 will use IP address number 4 to reach the clients, to reach these networks, to reach these VLANs. And we'll use an administrative distance of 2. So the first static route will be preferred over the second static route. And the third static route is created to reach internet using the IP address 20.20.21 to reach internet. And ASA1 will use the IP address 20.20.21. Okay, and ASA1 will use the IP address 20.20.21 to reach internet. Okay, administrative distance of 1. Very good. So copy this, the host name, VLAN 1, VLAN 2, VLAN 3. Okay, on VLAN 2, use no shutdown. VLAN 3, no shutdown. And maybe it's not necessary, but I will do it anyway. And copy this for ASA1. Okay, and go to ASA1, enable, no password, enter, and first review show running config, enter, space. Okay, and remove these configurations. Configure terminal, interface VLAN 1, no IP address. Okay, DHCP also removed. Okay, exit, show run, space. Okay, and VLAN 1, no IP, VLAN 2, no IP. Okay, and on global configuration mode, copy this. Copy and paste. Enter. Okay, very good. No issues, no errors, hostname, VLAN 1, VLAN 2, VLAN 3. This is only a warning, it's not an error. The ports, static routes, very nice. Okay, and this another configuration is the inspect of ICMP. Okay, so you will activate the ICMP protocol. So you will permit the ICMP protocol to pass through the firewall. Okay, I repeat, this configuration is to permit the ICMP protocol, permit ping on the firewall. Okay, copy this, go to ASA, global configuration mode, paste, enter, exit, No issues, no errors. Very good. Okay, review the configuration for ASA2. Hostname, VLAN 1, name inside. Okay, VLAN 1 for VLAN 1, name inside. Security level 100. You know IP address 2. IP address 2. With this network and this subnet mask, this network and this subnet mask, this prefix VLAN 2 outside 1. Okay, VLAN 2 outside 1 for Ethernet 02. VLAN 2 outside 1 for this network theory. Okay, on Ethernet 02 for this network theory. The IP address is number 2. Okay, the IP address is number 2, this IP. Okay, add no shutdown, also for VLAN 3, no shutdown. Okay, VLAN 2 outside 1, very nice. Security level 0 because the connection to internet. VLAN 3, no forward interface VLAN 2. Name outside 2, VLAN 3 outside 2. Okay, okay, VLAN 3 outside 2 on this network 404040. VLAN 3 outside 2 for Ethernet 03 for network 404040. IP address is number 2. Okay, IP address is number 2. Okay, security level 0. No shutdown. Okay, Ethernet 00 and Ethernet 01 for VLAN 1. Okay, Ethernet 00 VLAN 1. Ethernet 01 VLAN 1. Ethernet 00 and Ethernet 01 for VLAN 1. Ethernet 002 for VLAN 2. Ethernet 02 for VLAN 2. Ethernet 03 for VLAN 3. Ethernet 03 for VLAN 3. And the static routes, you will reach the VLANs for clients using IP address number 3. You will reach these VLANs of the clients using number 3. Okay, ASA2 will use IP address 3 to reach these VLANs, these clients, and also will use the IP address 4 to reach the clients, and also ASA2 will use the IP address 4 to reach the clients. Okay, the first static route using administrative distance of 1, the second static route using administrative distance of 2, so the first static route will be preferred over the second static route. And the third static route is to reach internet. Okay, you will use IP address 303031 to reach internet. You will use ASA2 will use the IP address 303030 1 to reach internet. Okay, ASA2 will use the IP address 00001 to reach internet. Okay, ASA2 will use the IP address 00001 to reach internet. Okay, and go to ASA2 and enter, enable, enter, show running config. Okay, VLAN 1, remove this IP address. Okay, and configure terminal interface VLAN 1, no IP address. And verify show running config, space. Okay, and configure terminal and copy all this for ASA2 hostname to the static routes. Copy global configuration mode, paste, enter. Okay, review hostname, interface VLAN 1, VLAN 2, VLAN 3. This is only a warning, it's not an error. Ports, static routes, very nice. And remember, this configuration is to permit ICMP protocol, permit pings to pass through the firewall. Copy, ASA, global configuration mode, paste, enter and exit. Okay, no errors, very nice. Okay, now you can see these port channels are down because you can see the indicators are in red. Okay, so reload the devices but save the configuration. Okay, on core switch 1, enter, enable, copy running config to startup config, enter, reload. Okay, first save the configuration and then reload. Enter. Core switch 2, enable, copy running config, startup config, reload. Enter. Core switch 3, enter, enable, copy running config, startup config, enter, reload. Enter. And core switch 4, enter, enable, copy running config, startup config, enter, reload. Enter. Okay, just only wait. And now and continue with ISP configuration. ISP, this is very simple. The hostname, interface gigabit 000 on network 10 and no shutdown. Interface gigabit 000 network 10, no shutdown. The IP address is 1, so here is IP address is 1. Okay, and gigabit 001 network 40 IP1. Gigabit 001 network 40 IP address 1. And static routes. Okay, to reach the VLANs for clients using IP 10.10.10.2. Okay, ISP can reach these clients using the IP address 10.10.10.2. Is this? And also ISP can reach the clients using IP address 40.40.42. ISP can reach the clients down here using the IP address 40.40.42, this IP. Okay, copy this on ISP command line interface. No. Enter enable configure terminal global configuration mode, paste, enter. Okay, no issues, no errors, very nice, very good. Okay, and the configuration for FAI, this hostname interface gigabit 000 on network 30 IP1 gigabit and 000 network 30 IP1 no shutdown gigabit 001 network 20 IP1 gigabit 001 network 20 IP1 no shutdown and serial 001 network 50 IP1 serial 001 network 50 IP1 IP1. Okay, no shutdown. The static routes to reach network 172.16.100 use IP address 50 and number 2. To reach this network 172.16.100 use the IP address number 2. Okay, to reach 172.16.100 network use IP address 50.50.52. FAI can reach this network 172.16.100 using IP address 50.50.52. Okay, and static route to reach the clients, the end devices, using the IP address 20.20.22. FAI can reach these devices using the IP address 20.20.22. And also can use the IP address 30.30.32 to reach the clients. Use the IP address 30.30.32 to reach the clients. Very nice. So copy this for the router FAI. Command line interface. Would you like to enter initial configuration dialog? No. Enter, enable configure terminal. Paste. Enter. Review hostname, interfaces, static routes, very nice. No errors, no issues. Very nice. And now the configuration for router 1. Okay, router 1, gigabit 000 with this IP address 172.16.101, gigabit 000 172.16.101, serial 010 50 number 2, serial 010 50 number 2, no shutdown and static route to reach internet and another networks use 50.50.51. Okay, router R1 can reach internet and another networks using IP address 50.50.51. Okay, and copy this. No, enable configure terminal, paste, enter. No issues, no errors, very nice. Okay, first configure the IP addresses on end devices, for example on PC, use an appropriate IP address, for example 172.16.110, subnet mask 24, and the default gateway is number 1. Okay, and configure the IP address on syslog server. Is placed on VLAN 30, on this VLAN 30, with this network address 192.168, okay, and 30.254. Subnet mask, default gateway is number 30.3. Okay, the virtual IP address for HSRP. Remember on core switch 2, the virtual IP for VLAN 30 is 192.168.33. Core switch 1, VLAN 30, virtual IP 33. So that's why I'm using this virtual IP, virtual default gateway on HSRP for the clients. Very nice. And configure all PCs with this on VLAN 30. Okay, for example, PC4. For example, can be IP number 10, subnet mask default gateway 3, PC6 also on VLAN 30. This can be IP address 30.11, default gateway 33. Now VLAN 10, should be 10. Okay, remember is this this VLAN. Okay, remember is this VLAN with this network. Configure PC1. Can be 10. Default gateway 10.3. PC3 can be 10.11. Default gateway 10.3. And now go to VLAN 20. It should be 192.168.20. For example, 10. Default gateway 23. Then PC5. For example, 11. Default gateway 23. Okay, and VLAN 30 already configured, and on VLAN 40 the cameras. Okay, on config default gateway. Okay, for the 3. Okay, and go to faster than 0, IP address 4010, for example, subnet mask. Okay, come to also on VLAN 40, default gateway 43, faster than 0, for the 11, subnet mask, another webcam, also on VLAN 40, default gateway 43, fast Ethernet, for the 12, very nice. Okay, very good. So for example, go to PC1 and ping ipconfig, ping the default gateway 10.3, ping 192.168.10.3, success, ping to this IP on ASA1 is 172.16.01, ping 172.16.01. Okay, success, repeat, success, ping this another firewall number IP number 2, 172.16.02, success again. Okay, ping FAI on this IP number 1, 202021, ping 202021. Success, ping ISP 10.10.10.10.1, ping 10.10.10.1. Success, ping to R1 50.50.50.2, ping 50.50.50.2. Success, ping PC7, ping PC7, ping 172.16.110. Success. Okay. Repeat. Okay. PC1 can ping PC7. And remember, you configured on firewalls to permit on ASA 1 and on ASA 2 on the firewalls, you are permitting ICMP protocol. So that's why PC1 can ping PC7. Okay, go here again to PC1, can ping PC7. Very nice. But now try from PC7 ping PC1. Go to PC7, ping. What is the IP address of PC1? The IP address of PC1, ipconfig. The IP address of PC1 is 192.168.10.10. Okay, go to PC7 and try to ping from PC7 to PC1. PC7, try to ping PC1, enter. Okay, ping fails. Try again. Okay, ping fails. Okay, and you configured the firewalls to permit ICMP to permit ping, but PC1 can ping PC7, but PC7 cannot ping PC1 because the security level of inside network is 100 and security level for outside VLANs or outside networks is 0. Okay, the 100 to protect the VLANs. So firewalls are permitting ping from inside to outside, but the firewalls are blocking pings from outside to inside. So that's why you configure security level for inside 100 and for outside interfaces security level 0. Okay, that is you are protecting your VLANs, your internal network. Very good. Also on PC1 you can ping, for example, this PC5. Review the IP address of PC5 is 2011. On PC1 ping 192.168.2011. Success. And also you can ping another clients, another end devices. For example, the syslog server. Go to PC1. The syslog server IP address is 30.254. Okay, very nice. Also, you can see orange indicators for ports. That's why this is because a spanning tree is working. Okay, so spanning tree is working very good. And now you can see core switch 3 is used instead of core switch 4. Okay, very nice. And finally, you will create a VPN between ASA 1, ASA 2, and router 1. create a VPN. Okay, for example, go to PC1 and ping PC7. Go to PC1, ping PC7. This ping to 172.16.110. Success, use tracer. Okay, 5 hops. The first hop is the default gateway for PC1 is core switch 1. Okay, the first hop is core switch 1, the default gateway for PC1. The second hop is ASA1. Second hop is ASA1. And the third hop is hidden. Is hidden by the firewall. But the third hop is FAI. This router. The fourth hop is hidden by the firewall is R1. Okay, and the last hop is PC7. Very nice. And remember this and create a VPN between ASA1 and ASA2 to R1. So you will create a VPN between R1 to ASA1 and 2. A VPN. Okay. Okay, and you will create a VPN between R1 to ASA1 and ASA2. Okay, and do the following. First, on ASA1, create an object that is the network address of VLANs, a summarization of for all the VLANs. Create another object, remote network, that is this. Create an access list called VPN ACL. Permit the net local, this network. This is the source. Okay, the source are the VLANs here. The destination is net remote. The destination is the branch. This is the destination. Create a crypto IPsec. Okay, crypto IPsec IKE. The transfer set is VPN set. Create a crypto map number 10. Match address this access list VPN ACL. The peer 5052. Okay, for ASA the peer is this IP 5052. The transform set is this. Use interface outside 2. Interface outside 2. You will use this interface. ASA1 will use outside 2 to reach the destination. Okay, the encryption AES, authentication pre-share key, Diffie-Hellman group 2, tunnel group is the destination for ASA1, the destination is 5052. Also for IPsec and pre-share key, this is the password Cisco. I will use only Cisco. Okay, this is the password. Okay, and copy this. And go to ASA1, enter, enable, enter, configure terminal. On global configuration mode, paste. Enter, exit. Okay, review. No issues, no errors. This is only a warning. Very nice. The same way with ASA2. The object network net local with this internal summarization of the VLANs. The net remote, the branch is this LAN. The access list, VPN ACL. The source is net local, this networks, the remote, the branch. Transform set, VPN map using the access list, VPN ACL. The peer for ASA2 is 50-50-52. For ASA2, the peer, the destination is 50-50-52. The transform set, VPN set is this. Interface outside 1. Interface outside 1 to reach this destination. Enable outside 1, policy 10, encryption AES, authentication pre-share key, Diffie-Hellman group 2, tunnel group, destination IP, and password Cisco. Password Cisco, only Cisco, and copy this. Copy and go to ASA2, enter global configuration mode, paste. Enter, exit. Okay, review, no issues, no errors. This is only a warning. Very nice. And finally configure R1 to connect ASA1 and ASA2. R1 crypto ISA KMP policy 10 encryption AES authentication pre-share key Diffie-Hellman group 2, the same configuration like the firewalls. Okay, the same configuration like the firewalls. The password only Cisco. Only Cisco. The first connection, the destination 2020-22. Okay, for R1, the first connection is 2020-22, the destination. The second connection password Cisco 30-30-32 is this 30-30-32. the transform set VPN set, the access list, the source is this LAN, and the destination, the summarization of the VLANs, the crypto map, two peers, 2020-22 and 30-30-32. For R1, two peers, 2022 and 30-30-32. Use this transform set, VPN set, use this access list, VPN access list, and configure this on serial 010. Configure this on serial 010. Okay, very nice. You can copy this and on R1, enter enable configure terminal, paste, enter. Okay, review. Okay, exit, review. No issues, no errors. This is only a note, only a warning. This is a log, very nice. And now again, from PC1, ping to PC7. From PC1, ping to PC7. Success, tracer. Okay, and only 4 hops. Only 4 hops. Okay, after configure the VPN, only 4 hops. Before to configure VPN, 5 hops. Why? Okay, the first hop is the default gateway for PC1. Is core switch 1, the default gateway core switch 1 for PC1, the first hop. The second hop, the firewall ASA1, the second hop firewall ASA1, and the third hop is hidden by the firewall, but the third hop is R1. And finally, the fourth hop is PC7. The fourth hop is PC7. Okay, and so virtually FAI is ignored because this tunnel, this VPN tunnel between the firewalls and R1. So that's why before to configure VPN you have 5 hops, and after configure the VPN you have 4 hops. You can go to R1, exit, show IPsec help, okay, show crypto help, crypto IPsec ASA. Now you can see the packets encrypted packet 6, decrypted 9. Okay, very nice. VPN is working. Okay, thank you very much.